What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Rugged Haitian. Cute theme music. What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another episode. Yo, we in here. I know every time I say we in here, cats be like, nah, we not. Where them episodes been? My apologies. We just been working through some things, and then we had a huge book launch, and it was amazing. So for everyone that went out and bought a copy, let me help the camera. There we go. For everyone that went out and bought a copy of Joel, Finding the Blessing in the Lesson of Destruction, thank you. Definitely go out and get you a copy. Definitely go out and get you one, because it's a great resource to go through the book of Joel. It's just a devotional. Show you what it looks like. It's a devotional. You can't really see that. It's too much light up in here. But it's a devotional on how to grow and find the blessings in the I can't even talk, y'all. It's a devotional in finding the blessings in the destruction that oftentimes happen in our lives. And so as we move forward, I believe this will be a great resource for anyone that is going through some sort of trauma, some sort of hurt, some sort of pain in the years that this pandemic has been happening, because this is a pandemic book. So definitely go out and get you a copy. I will place the link to get it on Amazon. It's everywhere books are sold. So if you're a Books A Million or a Barnes and Noble type of person, definitely get it. If you're in the UK, you can pick it up there too. If you're in Australia, you can pick it up there too. So definitely go out and get the book, because it will bless your ministry and it will bless your life. Plug over. So, man, what's good? So this past year, well, not really this past year, earlier this year, I would have to drive to Pittsburgh from Johnstown, where I live. And the drive is about an hour 30 if you driving. But it could be an hour 40 if you driving the speed limit and whatnot. So hour 40, hour 45. It really depends on you, to be honest. That's what it really depends on. But other than that, man, it's straight. And one thing that I found out that I want to share with you all is it doesn't matter how hard you put your foot on the pedal. It doesn't matter how many cars you cut off or get in front of. Heck, it doesn't even matter sometimes. It really doesn't matter the speed in which you are going. And the reason I say all that is I have been on both sides where I'm zipping and zooming through traffic. You feel me? Through all the cars that are there. And then I get to a red light, and guess what? The same cars that I was zipping and zooming through, they're right there beside me. And so I then have to ask myself, what was the point of trying to go so fast? What was the point of putting my life in danger, trying to risk it all just so that I could hit a stoplight and the next person would hit a stoplight that I just drove past, and we end up in the same area? You get me? So I want you all to take that, and the way that we can apply it to our lives is sometimes you can go. You can zip, zoom. You can do all of that. But in the end, you'll be right there with the person that went the steady pace. You'll be right there with the person that drove the speed limit. You'll be right there with that person that really wasn't in a rush, but they find that they are at the same place you are at. So it's okay to slow down. It's okay to slow down. That's on one side, because I told you I was on both sides of it. You feel me? On the other end of it, Wanique Fayette, the rugged Haitian, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time today. I'm going to drive the speed limit, because I seen some cops out earlier that morning. My bad. But I'm going to drive the speed limit, and then I found that all those cars that were going around me just speeding, just going, and I'm looking at him, and I was like, man, he's about to get home way before me. I find that as soon as I get to a red light, I look to my left or I look to my right, it's the same person that passed me. The lesson that we can learn from that is simple. Yo, it's okay to slow down, one, and it's okay to keep your pace. It is definitely okay to keep your pace and how you are moving, because some people have a faster car than you. Some people are in a rush and it looks like that they are miles ahead. There's always a red light so that you can stop and examine where you are. And if you keep to doing what you were put here to do, you will find that, bro, I'm right here beside this person that was miles ahead of me. And so I learned that. And on top of that, I also learned catch some crazy drivers around here. Some people are some crazy drivers. So you could be driving, just chilling, minding your own business. And then out of nowhere, somebody just start changing lanes. No signal, no head turn, no nothing. They just start changing lanes, and it's like, bro, what you doing? And so you gotta slow down so that they don't hit you. You get me? So some cats out here, they can't drive. They can't. Well, they can, but they're not aware of their surroundings, man. And so multiple times I've been on the end where somebody just starts changing lanes and like had no regards for me or my little car, and an accident almost happened, and that ain't cool. But on the other end, shoot, I want to say 3 weeks ago, I was going somewhere, and what happened was I ended up cutting off this big truck, like I don't know if it was a Chevy, definitely wasn't a Ford. I cut off this big truck, and I was like, yo, my bad. I didn't see him until he was behind me. I was like, why he so close? And then I was like, dang, I didn't check my blind spots. And I looked back, this dude, big old truck, big old dude in the joint. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm putting my hands up so that he could see into my car as high as he is sitting. You feel me? So I put my hands up like, yo, I'm sorry. Please don't like turn on your road rage and follow me or run my little car over. I'm like, man, I'm sorry and whatnot. And so another thing, watch your blind sides, man. You could be in a rush. One thing I have learned from driving a lot of places, and I drive a lot, man, rather it is for a speaking engagement, you should book me, or an event or retreat that I'm speaking at or leading, you should book me. I find that whenever I'm in a rush, I'm less cautious than what I usually am. Whenever I'm in a rush, I'm less cautious. And so I just say, it's all right. I'm in a rush. It's okay. But fun fact, most accidents happen within 10 miles of your destination. So for me, and I've experienced this. I've experienced accidents less than 10 miles of my destination. One thing I have learned is I'll drive crazy for like 4 or 5 hours, however long the road trip was. But as soon as I get within 10 miles of my house, I turn into a grandma. I have to. I gotta get home. I can't be reckless. And even as a pastor, when I'm running late to church or I'm running late to Bible study, the first thing that I do is, all right, Wanique, you already late, and you know it takes 12 to 15 minutes to get to church or to get to Bible study. Slow down. Them 12, 15 minutes ain't gonna go no faster. It ain't gonna go no slower unless you stop for an unnecessary reason. So just slow down, man. And for some of y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to slow down. Slow down. Like, for real, for real. But that's what's been going on. We had the book launch. It was great. For a short while, I want to say for about a month, the ebook version, let me lean back. The ebook version of this book, you feel me? The ebook version was like number one, yo. Like number one in Bible readings and devotionals for a short while. It was short. It was so short that when I finally decided to put it up and promote that it's number one, it stopped being number one. It stopped being number one. You feel me? So it's all right. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. You feel me? But I do have other books in the pipeline that were written in the past. I'm thankful that, for Lion and Tiffany Publishing. They took a risk on your boy, and we got to sit down and talk some things out and establish a multi-book deal. So definitely be on the lookout. We have different books coming. Is very some of them very theological, others as a foster parent, they're towards children, they're for children, raising up godly children, and I love that I get to be a part of that and whatnot. Quick shout out to Lion and Tiffany Publishing. Thank you for all that you guys do. Thank you for the 2 brands that you guys have brought together, and I'm very appreciative that you have brought me up under your wing to help me cast my vision. So thank you, Lion and Tiffany Publishing. But yeah, as a foster parent, I get to experience different things that I wouldn't have experienced if I wasn't a foster parent, you know. I get to experience and get to see how much trauma can affect kids as little as a year old, you know. We got a newborn in our house now and whatnot. So we got 3 kids. We got a 3-year-old, we got a 19-month-old, and we got a whole newborn. We got him when he was like 5 days old. My boy, fresh out. And he's like a month and some change now. But even in that process, I had to learn how to be present. And you always learn how to be present as a foster parent. You feel me? You will always learn how to be present as a foster parent. Yes, you learn how to be present as a parent. But as a foster parent, it's something a little extra because you're dealing with a child that has been damaged in some way, shape, or form, rather through trauma or neglect, which can be another type of trauma and or abuse, you know. So learning to be present in all of that. Why is this child crying? Nothing happened to her, but they're crying. What am I to do type stuff. So I started learning that. And the 19-month-old, I love her to death, yo. I love her to death. Lord willing, we get to adopt her. But the 19-month-old, boy, I tell you what, I'll put somebody in the dirt for her. And that's just me being honest. As a pastor, and also as a father, I'm called to protect and defend my family. So when I say I will put somebody in the dirt for her, I'll put somebody in the dirt for her. It's like that. But so she's sick. And if you've seen some of my videos, you've seen how disrespectful she can be when she's sick. And what I mean by that is she will just come up to your face, open her mouth, and just straight like that. No care for if you're eating or drinking something. No care if anybody is around. She don't even care about the baby. If she got a cough, she is coughing. So it's just that's all that it is, yo. So she's sick, right? She's sick. And I'm talking snot, runny nose, and she's very contagious. She got a little cold. She's sneezing and all that. The cherry on top, she likes to suck her thumb to comfort her. So she or suck on her index finger. So she'll suck on her thumb. So whatever's in her mouth is on her finger. She been coughing. I'm getting there. So it was a tiring day, like exhausting, tiring day. I'm laying down on the couch, and I have her near me, and so she's walking around, and then she'll come near. This girl, so I'm sleeping with my mouth open. So I'm in there like this. I'm sleeping. She gonna go and take her finger and stick it in my mouth. She goes and she sticks her finger in my mouth. No regards for my safety. You feel me? I gotta be safe. I gotta be virus free. But she don't care about that. She take her finger and stick that joint straight into my mouth. So I'm like, what you doing? And as a 19-month-old, all she does is looks at me and smiles. So boom, 2 days later, I'm sick. By who? The 19-month-old who wanted to stick her finger in my mouth. So I get sick. Again, she been coughing. She got the newborn sick and whatnot. And come to find out, I didn't know newborns didn't have sinuses. That's what the pediatrician told me. She was like, yes, newborns don't have no sinuses. So it's just a stuffy nose, runny nose. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know newborns didn't have no sinuses. But hey, man, that's how it be. That's how it be out here in these streets. So newborns definitely has gotten better. Really only lasted like 2 days. The 19-month-old has gotten better. The cough has stopped. But sometimes I had to be equally disrespectful to her. For real. Because she would just cough everywhere. And no. Turn her around real quick. So she'll go. It'll look bad, but it's not. So she'll be mid cough, like, and I'll just take her head and turn it. She'll be, that's what it will be, man. That's what it will be. But that's what it's like being a foster parent, man. I love every part of it, and so much that this podcast will have. I will start talking about my foster parent journey and working with these kids and loving on them and being present, man, because it is so rich and so good, y'all. So good. If you don't know, now you know. Your boy got a website. We had a Rugged Haitian website where it was all things podcast and all of that, but that's changed. We shut that down. You can get all things Rugged Wanique, all things Rugged Haitian at waniquefayette.com. And again, I'll post the links in the description of this video. waniquefayette.com. You will find the Rugged Haitian podcast. You will find this lovely book. You will find this prayer retreat that we have coming up. And I encourage you to sign up. The sign up will be, again, on the website. So you just click prayer retreat and boom, boom, bow. That's what we got going on. So yeah, definitely if you have a speaking engagement, book me. If you would like to talk about spiritual and emotional health, I am your guy as a pastor, and I've received the training to do counseling, spiritual and emotional counseling. I cannot do mental health because I ain't do that license. I got the other one. So spiritual and emotional health counseling, those are my areas of expertise, and I believe that as long as you continue to feed the emotional side, you'll find that the spiritual side benefits, and vice versa. If you feed the spiritual side, you will find that the emotional side benefits. So definitely my goal is to feed your spiritual and emotional side. I want to attack that aspect. If you want finances, go to somebody else. I don't know finances. I don't. If you want how to start a business, I know a little bit, but go to somebody else. If you want to learn how to take care of yourself spiritually and emotionally, I'm your guy. So definitely, I want to help you grow in your emotional side. I want to help you grow in your spiritual side, because the spiritual and the emotional, they are very connected. Just like Jesus said, I came to give you life and life to the full. That includes our emotional health and whatnot. So that's part of living life to the full. Well, that's really all I got for y'all today. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of The Rugged Haitian. Peace.